I'll even work on dismantling that ugly shed thing. We'll see. Who knows? Who knows with today's video? It could be anything. Ooh, possibilities are endless. Let's get to work. Hey, what's up you guys? John from Old Running Farm here. Thanks for joining us. In today's video, we're gonna talk about dreams. We're gonna talk about how you can achieve those dreams. Welcome to my TED Talk. Nope, just kidding. We're gonna talk about how our alpaca pasture is basically done. Now, you might be saying to yourself, John, there's 3 inches of snow on the ground. There's no visible grass. There's no barn. There's no fence. How is your pasture done? How can you even say that? Who do you think you are, sir? And I would tend to agree with you. But, I mean, look at this. So I'm gonna go right now and I'm gonna show a quick clip of what this place used to look like. And then we'll see what it looks like now. Let you think for yourself whether it's done or not. So the plan is going to be we're going to put the boy alpacas down here, or, you know, we'll put the girl alpacas down here, whatever, during the summer. And so this is going to be like the summer home for our alpacas, and then we're going to seed the pasture up there. So I think eventually down here is going to be a big, giant pasture space where we have like 2 or 3 pastures that are all accessible via 1 barn, well actually 2 barns. And you know, that way we can rotationally graze down here. You know, it'll take a while for us to have actual grass, but the soil underneath my feet is actually pretty good. So I don't think we'll be too far away. Now there are still stumps in the ground, there are rocks, but you know, we learned from our experience with the flower farm, especially now, like we're trying to put soil down and removing the stumps, man, it cost a lot of money, it took a lot of work, and now trying to like fill in those holes, there's nothing holding the soil together, so it's all falling apart, and if it rains, it turns into a mud pit. So we have half of the flower farm done, but we are gonna leave the stumps in the ground over here. And hopefully we can either just put dirt over top of them and plant grass, or just let them naturally decay and plant grass over them anyway. So you'll see behind me a row of 3 trees. We got this big maple right here that's right next to the chicken village. So we're gonna have a big gate going from the chicken village essentially to that tree, and then it's gonna come down this way. And, you know, eventually we'll go all the way down, you know, to the edge, and then go all the way around and have a big, you know, 2 or 3 acre pasture over here. For now, I think we're just gonna make it probably pretty small, because I'm thinking, you know, it's just gonna be for the boys for right now. And, you know, gosh, if we just, you know, I was thinking we would have them, you know, open to the whole pasture, but like if we just section them off now, keep them down here so we can seed in their current pasture, we could also seed all around here for pasture that's not fenced in yet. So anyway, so what I'm gonna do right now, I have some T-posts, I have some markers, and I'm just gonna lay out basically where 1 roll of woven wire will get us. So that's 330 linear feet, and we're gonna use the back of the chicken village as basically 1 wall of the fence. So that'll save us like 36 feet. And yeah, maybe I'll even work on dismantling that ugly shed thing. We'll see. Who knows? Who knows with today's video? It could be anything. I'm gonna drive around on the tractor, sharpen my chainsaw chain today. Ooh, possibilities are endless. Let's get to work. All right, so what I have just done is I have marked out a 150-foot square. you know, just coming down from the initial post to over here, that just felt like a good even number to stop at. I love even numbers, which comes out to, I believe, just about a ½ acre. Because maybe somebody could correct me, but I believe an acre is 44,000 square feet or so. And so a 150-foot square would yield us 22,000 square feet, you know, plus or minus, which would then basically be exactly half of an acre. All right, so this took some pondering, because right now we have a 150-foot square. Now, my thought was we would then have, and so for some context, so there's the chicken village to my left, and I am currently looking north. I was envisioning that we would have two basically identical pastures right next to each other. And that way we have two ½ acre plots that we could then rotationally graze. And so I was imagining we'd have two squares touching each other, so sharing one fence line, and the barn would be centered on that line towards the top. So that way we could have a corral right there and a catch pen for doing herd health day, and that way we feed them in there every day, blah, blah, blah. So now I'm walking to the north edge of what I just laid out. Somewhere right over here is the fence post on my, that'll be west. East is right behind me. So I was imagining we would have the barn on the northeast side, and again, like a little catch pen, and then we would have two gates, one to the pasture to my south, one to the pasture to my north. So the only problem with that then is the barn would end up being way over here. And so this is going to be like really behind everything, you know? So that's the back of the chicken village that we never go to. I just don't think that for, you know, the short term, having a barn way over here is going to be good. It's going to be one of those things where it's like, oh, such a pain in the neck to get to. And when you have this many animals, you don't want too many pains in the neck because you have enough already. So what I'm sort of thinking is bisecting the pasture that I'm standing in right now, and instead of having a 150-foot square, sort of cut it in half and then go long, so that the barn would be basically right in line with everybody down here, and we would cut the square in half the other way. So I think that's going to be our plan, is to just bisect it. And so maybe I'll just grab my ruler right now and see where we get to. All right. Okay. So I know you were all worried, because I was worried. How is John going to figure this one out? There's like math and numbers, because we're 75 feet to that other post. And then we just need another 20 feet or 25 feet, I think. Oh no, we need another 50 feet. Square footage, not my strong suit. But anyway, so I think I figured it out. So behind me is a network of string and T-posts, and that represents our future barn, or at least what I think will be. So there are 4 posts that'll be at the corner of the barn, because the barn's going to be 12 by 16, which is the biggest it can be without a building permit. And so we'll have the catch pen, which is represented by this white string. I don't know if it actually shows up. But so I'm basically at one of the corners of the barn. That post is going to be the catch pen. And so maybe I'll flip the camera around and see if I can explain it better. All right, so there's Chicken Village. There's a T-post right on the other side of that maple tree. So the fence is going to come, you know, right along this side of the road up to here. Now this is the corner of the barn, and so that'll go right in line with the fence. And so this post right here will be one corner, this guy right here will be another, and then one more right there, and one more right there. So it's a 12 by 16 barn, 12 feet this side, 16 feet that way. It'll have a pitched roof going down, and now we'll have a catch pen that ends right here. So you can see I got it stringed off. So that's going to be the other post of the catch pen that goes to the post that's on the other side of that tree. So now the overall catch pen, I forget exactly how big it is. I think it's something like 25 by 20. So they'll have plenty of space in here to mill around when we're doing herd health day. And then what I'm going to do is I'll either put a gate on this side right here and that side right there. I don't know if you can see the blue string that's tied onto the white string, but so originally I had, so that we'll have a gate right here and then a gate on that wall. And then this wall of the catch pen, so starting there, going to here, and then to the post that's over there, that'll represent splitting this entire pasture in half. So everything over this line is going to be one pasture, and everything over here will be another. Now obviously there's a bunch of crap over there that I need to clean up, and I will. And so that post over there is, I think, 80 feet from my other mark. And so I think if we do basically a square, if we do a square coming over here to that post and then basically back to the other side of the chicken village, that'll give us an 80 foot by 80 foot square. So that way we sort of maximize splitting the land in half. So it basically goes, so it's 150 foot long on this side, and the side that I'm standing on right now will be 80 feet. So there'll only be 70 feet on the other side, but that's okay. It's all good. I think this will work out nicely. So like I said, you know, previously we had stored a bunch of building materials and scraps back here because, you know, no one was coming back here, but now we are here, so it's time to move it. Time to put some more wood on the fire. And I think this is going to work out well. And so I confirmed we are 160 feet away from the property line, which is perfect. Really should have called this video John Blabbers for 20 minutes and then ends up doing something completely different. Anyway, but I appreciate you guys sticking around for so long. It's nice. So that's going to be it for this video. Next step is going to be getting the boss down here and getting her verification on it, get a rubber stamp. And then, you know, I think we buy some materials, we start fencing it off. Because eventually we are going to make this nice down here, and so the idea is to just be able to move our animals for spring so that we can seed up there and make that even nicer. Then maybe we put the ladies over there and seed over there. Who knows? Like I said before, possibilities are endless. So thank you guys very much for watching this video. We really appreciate it. Please give us a like, leave us a comment, let us know what you think, and as always, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.